All right. Imagine waking up every Monday morning and your social media calendar is full of content already scheduled to go out to every platform every single day without you having to create this content daily. Now, today I'm going to show you how to think about content creation differently so you can start publishing more content in less time. I'm Hanny Mora, CEO and founder of Repurpose.io, a repurposing platform that helps content creators like you make a bigger impact and reach more people by automatically publishing your content everywhere your audience is. As content creators, we love to create new content. And on social media, if you want to get results, you need to publish content. You need to publish content consistently, ideally daily. But the reality is, most of us are entrepreneurs. We don't have time or energy to be creating content every single day. We have customers to serve. We have products to deliver. Content creation takes a lot of mental energy to create. So it's difficult to manage clients, customers, and to manage content creation. But what if I told you there was a better way? There is. In reality, there is. I'm experiencing it myself. I've been doing this for the past month or so, and I'm loving it. And today I'm going to share this better way with you. But before I do, you need to do a little mind shift. You need to shift the way you think about content creation. And today we're going to dive into the 3 areas which will help you kind of get a new perspective on content creation, encourage you, motivate you to get more content out there. Okay, first of all, publishing more content does not mean creating more content. So I'm going to say that again. Publishing more content does not mean you have to create more content. You don't need to create more content to publish more. It's counterintuitive. You already have a ton of content sitting on hard drives, phones, etc. For example, client calls, client meetings. If you do calls with your clients, if you're recording these calls, there's some nuggets of information out there that you can share out as social media content. Team meetings, any kind of meetings or trainings that you do internally, those could be valuable as well. Those can be offered values for your customer as well. Customer training, if you do monthly, weekly customer trainings, again, another good example of content that you already have that can be used on your social media platforms as well. YouTube videos. A lot of us have been using YouTube for some time now. And we have videos that are a couple of years ago, but they're still valuable. Another great asset that you can go in and create more content that you can publish more of without having to make new content. Screen recordings like Loom recordings, for example, or just videos on your phone. A lot of us have videos that we shot and we never published anywhere. We can use those and use them in different ways to publish out more content without having to create new content. So what I'm trying to say is whatever you're doing, if you haven't been doing, you can start doing now, is hitting that record button more often. If you have an idea, hit record on your phone. If you're showing someone how, maybe a customer or a client, how to do one thing, instead of sending a big long email, do a screen recording. By taking that gives you content to create, and that gives you content that you can distribute it in more than one way, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes. So if you want to, if you get in the habit of recording everything, it's just going to you're going to just start having this big library of content that you can distribute more often. And then what you can do is once you have the content, you can distribute it in many different ways. It's not just taking that entire video and posting it here, posting it there. In a few minutes, we're going to talk about what you can do with a single video. Okay, the next concept, the next way of thinking that I want you to think about is this idea of creating once and publishing everywhere. So what I want you to think about is how can you batch your content creation? There's 2 ways of doing it. You can dedicate 1 day a month and record 4 videos, 4 hero pillar, whatever you want to call them, 4 main pieces of content, and then just shoot 4 of them in one single day. And then that will give you enough content for the whole month. I'll show you how that works in a few minutes. The other way, which I honestly recommend, because it's actually easier and less pressure on you, is to create content by going live once a week. Pick a day that you feel more energized, that you connect with, that you feel more creative. For me, it's a Tuesday. For whatever reason, Tuesday is my content creation day. So pick a day every week, be consistent with it, and go live for 10, 15 minutes to create your main hero content. So that's the part where I say create once. This is what I want you to do, is just either pick one day of the month and shoot 4 videos, or pick a day of the week and go live every day. Go live that day every week. And what I find really works for me is to block your calendar off. Treat it like it's a meeting or a client call. Block it off. Okay, every Tuesday at this time, I'm going live. Don't overbook it. Don't have a conflict. Just book it on your calendar. Treat it like another meeting or another function of your business that's critical. And then I want you to choose a topic that your audience will resonate with, that your audience wants to hear more about, and then just pick 3 topics and then dive into them. So this whole thing is literally 10 minutes, maybe 15 max, whether it's the video you shoot or whether it's the live stream. Don't go more than 10 to 15 minutes. And then you want to take that, and I call it slice and dice into different formats so that you can publish on different platforms. So let's just make a list here. So we're going live. What else can you create out of these lives that you've already done? And by the way, whatever I'm talking about now, if you've already been going live or you already have a library of videos like we talked about earlier, you can apply this right now. You don't even need to create new content. So first, you want to create a bunch of clips. If you break up your content into 3 key points, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to create clips. Because, for example, 3 points, 3 clips, you're golden. You can turn videos into audio content that you can put in membership areas, or even better, you can put on a podcast. You can turn the video into a blog post. You can transcribe the videos and create a summary, which can be used to publish long text posts on social media. Those work really well as well. Social media, you want to mix up your social media content. You don't want to always be posting videos. You want to mix it up with videos, graphics, text forms. So experiment with different types, and to create a nice summary of your video that makes a nice, beautiful, long post for social media, which works on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. Another cool thing you can do is pull out quotes. This is really fun. Like, you can take your video, once you get it transcribed, you can go through and pull out a nice sounding quote and make a little funky graphic using a tool like Canva or whatever tool you're comfortable with. So making graphic quotes, another great type of content you can create from that initial video or live stream. And the last idea I want you to keep in mind, probably all familiar with it, it's the rule of KISS. My version is keep it short and sweet. And what you want to do is 2 things. You want to first deliver value upfront. Or at least, if you're not going to deliver the value upfront, you want to give them a nice hook, something that's going to catch their attention to keep them watching your video. That's really important. People have very, very short attention spans, shorter than ever, I think. I mean, that's why I feel Instagram stories and Reels and YouTube Shorts and TikToks are all doing well, because people like short content. They just want, give it to me now. Give me the information right now. So short videos are a very powerful way to get your message out. So the other interesting thing I found is when I was researching, I read this article from earlier on this year. So this is fairly recent. It said that Facebook recommends that small businesses keep videos around 15 seconds and then deliver their value in the first 3 seconds. That's interesting. A little bit hard to do, but you get the idea. Keep your video short, deliver value early. And another interesting fact I found is videos on average of 26 seconds receive the most comments on Instagram. Again, 26 seconds, kind of a tight time to get your content out. But the idea being, the bottom line being, give value quickly and give it in small chunks. My practical experience from doing this, consistently now for the past 6-7 weeks, is my main content, the main pillar or main hero content, the videos or the live streams that I do are 10 to 15 minutes. That's easy for me as a creator. It fits in my time. I can manage it with my other parts of my business. So it's not a big commitment. And so 10 to 15 minutes is a good number. And also for audience to consume, 10 to 15 minutes of good, valuable content is a good number for me personally. And clips, if you're making these, when you make these clips, keep them under 60 seconds. And the reason is, we know shorter is better, but 60 seconds is, you can deliver value in those 60 seconds by taking clips from your videos. But more importantly, it's also compatible with all the social media platforms. So you don't have to make different clips of different sizes for LinkedIn and Instagram. They all have their own limits. But if you do it 60 seconds, you're compatible across the board for all platforms. And my biggest recommendation here is don't create short videos daily. It's extremely difficult to keep up with the consistency, and it's extremely difficult to produce good quality content daily. I mean, the reality is you're going to burn out. The quality is going to go down and you're going to get tired. In the worst case, you might even affect your business if you're dedicating too much time to making videos daily. That's why the idea of create once, publish everywhere is way more practical for business owners. So as I promised earlier, I'm going to walk you through my process step by step of how I've been doing content creation for the past 6 to 7 weeks. So I go live 10 to 15 minutes on Tuesdays on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn at the same time. Once I'm done, I get the video transcribed. From the transcription, I pick, when I say I again, I mean me and my team. So I'm not doing this all myself. I have a very small team and we do it together. So we pull out 3 to 5 quotes from the transcript. And then we create a little graphic on Canva. Then we summarize that full transcript into about 2,200 words. And we use that as a long text post on all our social media platforms as well. So 2,200 is like the magic number that works on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. That's the maximum number of characters that will work on all platforms. And then we create 8 to 10 clips with the captions burnt in directly from the YouTube Live. So we take the YouTube Live, we use our software, Repurpose.io, and we create clips that are in square and in vertical with a nice headline on top, captions burnt in, and we do actually 55 seconds long just to be within that 60-second range. We do them in square, we do them in vertical. For square, we use them on Facebook page, Facebook group, LinkedIn page, LinkedIn profile, Twitter, and Instagram. And the vertical ones we've been using on YouTube Shorts, started using them on TikTok, and soon we'll be using them on IGTV, and also experimenting with stories. And then you also take that content and make into a blog post. This is something we're starting probably in the next week or two. Make a blog post, embed the YouTube video, take that summary that we did earlier, take the transcript that we did earlier, paste it in, boom, there's our blog post. So this single live stream will produce over 40 pieces of content and fills our social media calendar for the entire week. What that means is it publishes to every platform every day, all from the 10 to 15 minute live stream that I do every Tuesday. So the takeaway here, to kind of summarize what I want you to think publishing more is not equal to creating more. So when you publish more, I'm not telling you to add more work. I'm telling you to be more creative with what you have already. So think about content you've already created, videos, live streams you've already done, and how you can take them and do what I talked about earlier, create clips, turn them into podcasts, etc. And then think about this idea of repurposing content. And, like I said, videos can be turned into audios, can be turned to blog posts, social media posts, etc. And then most important thing here is the lesson I learned over the past weeks: treat content creation like any other function of your business. You want to allocate time, block off it on your calendar to create content if you're planning on creating new content, or to just go in and dig up old content that you have on YouTube, old live streams, on your phone, etc. It takes some time to create. Block off an hour, and that's what you need to do. Is treat it like another function. Block off some time for you or your team to repurpose it into the different formats. You can use a tool like Repurpose.io to really help you speed that up. And if you plan this properly, and you after the first 1 or 2 weeks, you have this system going, just literally follow my system, it won't feel daunting. It's actually kind of fun. I look forward to Tuesdays because I get to be creative. I get to go out, share my message, create some new content. And more importantly, it won't distract you and eat up your time from you serving your customers, right? We're all entrepreneurs. We all have a business that we're running. Content creation is a part of it. It's an important part, but it's only a part of it. It's not a full-time job that we do. So by having a process in place, something as simple as what I showed you earlier, going through that and blocking enough time and doing it, it's huge. It's a huge time saver. And if you're looking for a tool to automate the repurposing of your videos, turn them into audios, making clips, then I highly recommend you check out Repurpose.io. You can try it for free and repurpose 10 videos absolutely free. So that's it for today. I hope I slightly tweaked your mindset towards content creation. I hope I got you thinking differently about what it means to create content and what's the difference between creating content and publishing content. And I highly encourage you to follow my content creation process so you can publish more content in less time.